Okay, I just recently finished a mural, which I think is one of the better ones that I've done. I always say my next one's always my best one, but just finished a mural for my hometown in Yellville, and very pleased that they wanted me to do this particular scene, and it's to commemorate the wild turkey. As a kid growing up in Boone and Newton County, Arkansas here, coming over to the Turkey Trot when I was a youngster was a big event, and that was quite a festival with the parade and the just everything going on. And we actually used to drop turkeys out of the airplanes back in the day, and I actually caught one of those when I was 11 years old and took it home and raised him up for about 5 years as a pet anyway. And so there's a lot of dear memories and everything there of the festival of what Yellville really celebrates, and that is the wild turkey. Growing up, I had men like Beetle Waters, who was, he lived up around between Yardell and Hasty, and I knew him as a youngster. He was actually one of my mentors that gave me my first turkey call and taught me how to work that turkey call. And at 11 years old, I tried to enter in that first calling contest with the little cedar box calls that he had made at that time. It had a really sweet sound to him. I used to go over to his house, and he had video. Back in that day, these were huge reels, and we'd sit down in his man cave, for lack of a better term back then, upstairs at his house, and watch these big, huge reels of outdoor filming that he had done way back in the day, all black and white and everything, of wild turkeys in the woods. And he was just a very dedicated conservationist way before his time. We pretty much credit a lot of the growth and numbers of wild turkeys in our area here to his conservation efforts. The word is that back in, I think it was in the 1940s, maybe early 50s, he went down to Muddy Creek in the Ouachitas and trapped 2 gobblers and 3 hens and brought them back and turned them loose up on Boat Mountain, and kind of shepherded that flock and looked over it over the years, pretty much to get that flock established. And as it grew, he and I think some of the others, and even some game and fish people, would trap off of his flock and move those throughout the Boone and Newton County areas of northwest Arkansas here, and help establish the population of turkeys that we enjoy today. So part of that mural is to celebrate and commemorate guys like him, and I'm sure there was a lot of others that were very dedicated to seeing wild turkeys flourish and in that area. But also there's just this area of Yellville is home to some of the finest, most knowledgeable turkey hunters that I've ever met. People that grew up back when turkeys were very scarce, but knew of the techniques and developed their own calls, from wing bone calls to box calls to mouth calls, and developed a lot of the techniques, and were very successful in also teaching and establishing the heritage of wild turkey hunting that we enjoy today here in this part of Marion County for sure. And our county is still one of the top counties for wild turkey numbers and flocks, and the numbers have come back to wonderful populations, and I enjoy turkey hunting, and I credit that. Part of this is just honoring those guys that taught me and took me under their wing and mentored me in turkey hunting as a youth. All right, so we have this excellent wall already, pretty much good wall with good integrity for a mural anyway, in Yellville on the court annex building there. And so we prepped that and then started the painting process. And the way I do this, as an artist, I pretty much just hand draw it on there with chalk. I don't use projectors, I don't grid it out, anything like that. And if it's not right in the proportions or anything, I just take a rag and wipe it down until I get it right. But so the drawing process goes on first, and then we work basically large background to middle ground to foreground. It's just like I paint a small painting, it's just we're using more paint, much bigger brushes, and then we use the scaffolding or a lift or ladders, whatever we need. And I've got some great students that help me from time to time that have learned the way I work, so it all looks unified and pretty much under one artist conception from start to finish. So that's pretty much how we've laid out that mural. Now I work fast on this, long, hard days, but I use the best of materials out there on this because we want them to last, and then it's got a good UV protectant on it. And so this mural ought to be here for people to enjoy as they come to Yellville or enjoy the festivities of the Turkey Trot for years to come, and with a good long-lasting mural that basically celebrates and commemorates the conservation and the hunting heritage of the wild turkey.